Okay, so the 7.0 live stream did end, and today I'm here with the full recap of the 7.0 Snezhnaya recap. I'm gonna be going over everything that was shown, at least everything important, so I sat through the stream so you don't have to. So anyway, of course, we started with the title card. Well, we didn't actually start it, but since there is a lot of screenshots of some stuff we're gonna see, like some of the new characters, like here we have Odette, we have Mitya, and Valerie, I think his name was. So yeah, the beginning did show a lot of stuff, and then also did briefly introduce the new characters. So Odette being a part of the new characters in the first one to release in the Snezhnaya update. Here's some screenshots of her gameplay. I took a really bad screenshot of her ultimate, but there's another one later, so don't worry. So yeah, the entire beginning pretty much just showcased the two new characters we're getting. So Odette is the new 5-star and Alyosha is the new 4-star. So of course also took a few screenshots of gameplay for him. Not really anything special in the beginning outside of that, and also some cool stuff we can expect in the story. Of course, it didn't grab a picture of literally everything, otherwise this video would be just as long as a recap at that point. Here's some screenshots of the new shooting mechanic that we're also getting in the Snezhnaya update. So if you're into shooters, you might actually like this because it actually looks pretty intriguing. Here's some screenshots of a different map that I honestly didn't expect. This is not going to be like Snezhnaya all ice and stuff. I mean, it's going to be in Snezhnaya, but not obviously having all the ice and stuff around. Here's a few screenshots of the new bosses, which also do have a name card later. Something going on with Paimon for the main quest, so we'll see what happens to Paimon. Maybe we finally start getting Paimon lore again. The goat Pantalone just aura farming. This is like the literal only appearance he had in the entire trailer, but you know, W aura farm. It's between him and also Child here, as you can kind of see them going at it. Probably arguing over a matter. Maybe it's over the stuff with the Torre. Maybe it's something else just going on in Snezhnaya. We'll just have to wait and see. I can't remember this guy on the top of my head. I know he's a Harbinger, but hey, he's there too. I think his title was like, what, the Rooster or something? But yeah, he's also going to be there. His Vesna, there's also some screenshots of her as well, and also Danica. So yeah, briefly introducing all the characters we did see in the reveal, so nothing really new here. So there's not much to go over there. There's also Piero, finally Piero model. Bro, if we don't get playable Piero, I'm going to actually riot. I couldn't get my Dottore, I better get my Pantalone, I better get my Piero, or I will actually riot. Ronova model as well, as we did see in the reveal for Snezhnaya. She was going up against Lasaritza. So we're gonna see some stuff there. And also our Traveler is like, this is a really funny screenshot, I don't know why, but our Traveler was actually looking up on Ronova here, and then they also did have a clash. We also have one Yanitsa. I don't really know how to say her name properly. I don't speak Russian. But yeah, the Traveler stuff, we're gonna have an interaction between them and Ronova, so that's really cool. And yeah, this shot of Saritsa being Saritsa, and then the two guards, Vesna, Danica. Very, very cool stuff. And then finally, the actual title card. You see how much we have to go through to get to that title card. So then there's some screenshots of the new map, where this is pretty much where Snezhnaya begins. This is gonna be the entry point. You will have to clear a certain Archon quest by then to get here, but other than that, you can just go there, pretty much walk right in. It's going to be right here, part of the map. This is part of Notcry, and then it connects into Snezhnaya right here, and then you can go in. Some more screenshots of the maps and stuff. This is a part of a new mechanic, which is like similar to like the warming stuff, since Snezhnaya will have a cold mechanic. But yeah, there's some screenshots of the new map. This is Child's hometown that we're also going to be able to explore in the map, which is really cool. This place just looks absolutely sick. And also the core right here, Fatui headquarters as well, we can go there. And also the new reactions, they did briefly show it. This is Stellar Swirl, but I didn't get the screenshot on time. Pretty much it's just when you have Animal interact with Cryo, and you have someone that can convert to the reaction on the team. So in this case, it'd be Sandrone. We also are getting the Cryo MC, if you don't know. Just like the others, talk to the statue, you can resonate with Cryo, and then you unlock Cryo Traveler. And the Traveler can actually have the reaction. So you can have Traveler on the team to convert to Stellar Conductor. So that's really nice. We're finally getting Traveler able to do something. And yeah, right here, as I was talking about Stellar Swirl, you have Traveler on the team, Sucrose, they interact, and then boom, Stellar Swirl. Same thing would apply. Instead of Sucrose, if it was an Electro, it would be Stellar Conduct. It's also going to be an interactive thing. Apparently, you can actually use the stellar reactions to interact with stuff around the Snezhnaya map. Like right here, you have Stellar Conduct going. There's going to be some stuff for Stellar Swirl, so it's going to be more of an interactive gameplay. What happens if you don't have them on your team is going to be annoying, because you're probably going to have to swap to them, so that's going to be fun. And then the exclusive, or I guess best in slot for Traveler that we're also getting in this update. So yes, we're actually getting a 5-star weapon for free for Traveler. You're able to unlock more power, learn more about the sword, as you unlock more statues and such as well. So that's also going to be nice. Then the new Archon quest stuff. So as you can see, we have a new Archon quest, of course. We have 2 acts in the 7.0 update. There's also going to be a thing where if you complete it, you get the like 540 primals, I almost said stellar jades, and also some actual material. And then the introduction of the characters again. So if you want to take a pause and read about Odette a little bit here, here's like a brief on this. It doesn't go over everything. I just recommend waiting for guides instead of reading this, but if you want to read, it's there. And then I also have a few screenshots here. As you can see, Odette is going to be the other premium character, the first premium character to activate these stellar reactions. She's going to be a part of all the stellar teams, so she can do stellar conduct and also stellar swirl. There's her ultimate, bit of a better screenshot, but low quality anyways because I can't really help it. And also this really cool thing you can do where if she does do her idol, you can spam her elemental skill when the prompt comes up, and then she can just keep doing it because she is a ballerina. So you can have the whole dance going off in the idol animation. So that's a nice interactive thing. And then also meeting up with Alyasha, the other character. If you also want to read this stuff, it's the same stuff here, but I also recommend just waiting for guides so you can actually know what he does instead of the briefs here. He can mark enemies with his skill. You can increase stellar reaction damage to enemies, but since he's a 4-star, he can't actually activate them, so the whole stuff again. And then his ultimate, which is able to apply electro and such. And also story related things with Odette, we're going to be able to have this thing where we're able to actually choose what she gets to do, and based off what we choose and what we do and what schedule we give her, we actually get like different scenarios and stuff unlocked that we get to see about her. So that's also really nice and interactive. Alyasha is going to have his own quest as well. We are going to see Tsaritsa in some stuff. The meeting point stuff is going to be exclusive. One of them is going to be for Odette. One of them is going to be for Alyasha. There's also one for Vonyanitsa. And once you do all of them, you get a special one with Tsaritsa is involved. I only took the screenshot because this is like the only bit of Noi we're going to see. And he's probably not even going to be in the update. But Noi, I can't wait for this guy. It's like one of the only characters I'm like super hyped for. Then the banners. So of course, Odette is the first half and the only new 5-star character of this patch. Arlecchino is going to be rerunning. And then the second half, or not second half yet, but we do have Alyasha in the first half, so they'll be right up there. So pulling for Odette, you can get Alyasha Khan's new 5-star weapon. And then the second half, we got the reruns of Flynn's and Enefa. Just crazy rerun stuff here. If you want to get into the lunar reactions, Colombian is out right now. Now you get Flynn's and Enefa. You better get to Poland. There's going to be new forgeable, so new free-to-play weapons, and also new battle pass weapons coming out as well. New artifact sets. As you can see, you get crit rate and stellar swirl damage, stellar glimmer. So even more stuff to farm if you're getting into the stellar meta. And then a bit about the actual shooting stuff. They get a new outfit with it. There's this new like shadow thing you can do around the map in some places. And also the shooting game mode actually has reactions. As you can see, you can freeze, you can melt, the stellar reactions and stuff. There's also mechanics you can do, like slide here, you can jump. Pretty interactive for just like a random shooter mechanic they added, so it's definitely going to be more integral. There's also different guns you can choose. They have different stuff they can do, like there's a cryo one, electro one, and they have this one, which is multiple. All of them have different stuff. One might be faster like a rifle, one might be slower, and then more manual instead of automatic. You can also change key bindings to your liking, so that's also nice. And then this mechanic, so this is kind of like Dragon Spine, but not really. You can have this build up, and with the mechanic you can have this energy that goes down and it pretty much just keeps you warm. Once this is depleted, it will fill up, and that will be the cold meter, and that will kill you. There's also this like building stuff you can do around the map for some reason. You can straight up build yourself into a cannonball and shoot yourself. I don't know why, but you can. Heat source you can find around the map. You can also use some of the building stuff to like melt this kind of stuff and then gain the heat source. Here's some place with train and docking stations, which looks pretty neat. The new boss, Immortal Construct, and also the Chimeric Winged Lion. There's also going to be the return of an exploration event, as it is a new map. So if you explore and get the right percentage in time, you get 400 primos. Then some of the events. So the main one is called the Great Expeditionist Challenge. So this is going to be the big event where all your time is going to be under when it comes to all the events. So this is going to be the one that gives most rewards, multiple stuff you can do. Here's some screenshots. This is where you can like actually control a train. There's a shooting event. There's a battle event. There's also some like weird platformer thing. I forgot the screenshot. But yeah, you can also get the rewards and a free Diona. Gee, Genshin, you shouldn't have a free Diona. And then there's also this event where you get to like go around and pick up parts of like a Catherine thing, and you can not disguise, but build yourself a Catherine statue for some reason. You can make it to your liking. Don't really know how that's gonna go, but you could, yeah, do that. And then this event as well. This is like a shooter event as well. So they're going to definitely lead more into that when it comes to events in the start, which does make sense. You want to pretty much protect. It's going to be like some form of defense, and you want to keep them out. I'm going to assume there's going to be like upgrades you can get. Then it's going to be easier. You know how it is. New trails for Child and also Xiao. I did not time the screenshots right because I went fast. But yeah, they are getting new trails, new cards. So if you're interested in TCG, there's a Yahoda, Durin, and a Cube. New things here. I know nothing about TCG, so I don't even know what this is. It just says card back, so I just assume it's a design. Here's a little event overview if you just want to pretty much just go over what I said. There's 3 events, and then this Overflowing Abundance event, which will come later. There's also this quality of life where you can kind of see what's connected. You can claim rewards from it as well, so it's nice to see. Since new map, there's going to be more total pins you can have. Also, a new set of Dire clear skins. So if you do clear Dire, you can have new skins, and you can actually swap between them. Like here, you can choose the old one, or you can choose the new one. So that's also nice. You don't have to stick to one. And the free dupe stuff is getting updated, so we're finally getting an addition of a bunch of the Fontaine characters, and also basically at the very end. They don't really say it, they show it here, but they don't really say if it's like updated, so like if you claim someone, you can claim them again now. We'll have to see on that, and I hope they expand upon it. But yeah, we get Lini, Risley, Navia, Shunyun, Shiori, Sijuin, Clorind, Emily, and Mizuki. So a bunch of new characters for that, and that is it. I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, dropping a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new to the channel or haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon for more videos like this, along with all the types of Genshin Impact content. Yes, I am back to doing Genshin content. I'll try to upload as much as I can, and I'll see you later. Peace out.